Welcome to Dylan Bill episode 4. It's me and Billy here again, and we're going to be doing our NFL predictions for week 5.
The very first videotaped segment of the best Niles sportscast. You know, we're not like garbage like some other people, but we can get right back into the...
Yeah, the Hot Pockets.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start off with the Thursday night game, Bucks and Bears. What you got?
The Bucks by 75 points.
I'm going to take the Bucks here too. TB12 looking nice. He's going to throw 8 touchdowns tonight.
And 2 pick sixes. So.
Yeah.
Mitch Trubisky sucks.
Is he starting this week? Or is it Nick Foles?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Big Rick.
Yeah. Nick Foles is starting.
We got the Eagles and Steelers. I'm going to go on Steelers here.
The Eagles are butt cheeks.
Almost
Almost as bad as the Hot Pocket podcast.
They may be worse.
Well, nothing can be as bad as the Hot Pocket podcast.
That podcast is awful.
2017 Browns type of...
Yeah, they're bad. The Raiders and Chiefs.
I mean, Chiefs.
Chiefs. There's no doubt. Mahomes looking like his normal self.
Mahomes doesn't have a mullet, so he's probably going to throw a touchdown. He's going to be better.
The Panthers and Falcons. Give me, the Falcons are 0-4. They're struggling, but I'm going to take them.
They got to win. Yeah, Falcons got to win.
They're on that must-win term, and I think Matt Ryan's going to have a great game.
Todd Gurley, Carolina Panthers.
Their offenses doesn't even look that bad. It's really just their defense is bad.
Julio Jones is hurt again.
Oh, my God. Makes me want to throw up.
They're
Fantasy, man. It's killing me. Lost by 4 last week because he got out in the second half. All right, we got the Bills and Titans. This is gonna be a real good game.
That game's not going to be played, I guarantee.
Well, if it is played, what do you think? I'm going Bills.
Well, they're going to have to forfeit the Titans, so I'm going Bills. Either way, the Bills are winning.
Yeah, Josh Allen looks like a stud. So, and now we have Arizona and New York Jets.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
I think the Jets are honestly.
No,
I think they're worse than the Hot Pocket podcast. They are worse. That's hard to beat.
Joe Flacco is equivalent to the Hot Pocket podcast, meaning that they're washed up and like they were sort of good at one point, but then just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah,
I'm gonna go Arizona here. I think they're on a 2-game losing streak, aren't they? They lost last 2 weeks.
DeAndre Hopkins is going to absolutely murder the Jets. Like
yeah,
Bill murders the Hot Pockets in views and ratings.
Yeah, I agree. Now we have LA Rams and Washington football team, and this is a by far easy question. Give me the Rams. The Rams look tough. Jared Goff looks good this year.
Cooper Kupp. Jared Goff is the number 10th ranked QB in the entire NFL.
And I don't disagree with that right now. Honestly, he does look really tough.
Robert Woods. I think they get their running back this week too.
They do. All right, we got Cincy and the Ravens.
All right. Call me crazy, okay? This is my hot take. I think the Bengals are winning against the Ravens. I think the Bengals are gonna upset them. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon had a big game. AJ Green's gonna come back.
It's not a bad take because of how the Bengals aren't terrible. They have a lot of offensive weapons, but I'm not going against Lamar against this defense that they have. They have a horrible. They're not. Their defense is.
The Bengals are gonna win. The Ravens are gonna be upset, and the Browns are gonna be in first place this week after they beat the Colts. 4-1 versus 3-2 Ravens.
What about 4-0 Steelers?
Steelers. Well,
yeah.
I believe the Browns will be ahead of them because they'll have a divisional win.
That may be true. Maybe not.
I don't know about the forfeited game, so
yeah.
I think it's 1 win or 1 loss.
Well, I do think the Titans should have to forfeit the game against the Steelers too. I just don't know how they're allowed to go do that when they weren't told. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to quarantine because your whole team had COVID. But
they're kind of like they're the imposters of the league, kind of like the Hot Pocket podcast is the imposters of the Dragon Den Network.
Yeah, copycats.
Oh yeah,
losers.
There's one imposter.
Who's gonna win a game? Who's gonna win first, the Jets or the Hot Pocket podcast? What do you think's gonna happen first?
I don't know. I think the Jets will have more points than the Hot Pockets will have views on their podcast.
And that's hard to beat because they only score like 6 points a week.
They get at least 6 points, they will have more views. So I think that'll be a W.
This is actually like a good game for like how bad these teams are. Jacksonville and Houston. And I'm gonna go Houston here. Houston's had a tough schedule. They played the Ravens, Chiefs, Steelers. Who'd they play last week? They played
the Texans played?
Yeah, they played last week. Who'd they play? They played a tough team too last week, didn't they? Oh God.
Might have been the Colts, I don't know.
Yeah, it was the Colts, I think. That's a tough schedule. The Colts look real good this year.
I'm going with the Jags because their running back has been really good.
Yeah, is that the guy undrafted dude?
Yeah, he's on my fantasy
nuts.
team. I'm going Jags. I think Gardner Minshew is going to have a good game.
Give me the Texans, bro. Deshaun Watson's going to throw for 800 yards. This Jacksonville
800
defense,
yards.
This Jacksonville defense is literally like blind men trying to, I don't even know. I can't even explain how bad they are.
Yeah, they are pretty bad.
They're like the Hot Pocket podcast.
Trying to fumble their way through an interview.
Yeah, no, bad. Dolphins, Niners. You know, actually, the Dolphins have potential.
Niners.
They look bad.
I'm not even.
I'm going Niners too.
It's
all right,
like 38-6, maybe.
I'm gonna go. You know, if we're gonna score predict this game, I'm gonna go 24-17 49ers.
Not even. There's no way the Dolphins score more than one touchdown, even if they're gonna score a field goal.
You know, and now we have the Colts and Browns. It's gonna be a good game, and I got the Browns winning this game.
I'm obviously going to Browns.
Well, you know why I have the Browns winning this game? It's because their momentum right now. They look tough.
They lost Nick Chubb, but they still have a star.
I mean, they had that Johnson guy.
Dearness Johnson. He had 90 yards on 14 carries.
He's gonna be good for them.
Or on 6. Or on like
I think they're gonna run the same format that they do with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt with just those two.
Dearness Johnson looks
looks
like Alvin Kamara.
He does, but he also runs like Kareem Hunt, in my opinion. I think he runs hard.
He's a little more agile.
Yeah, very. And Kareem Hunt will do. He'll be good at the running back one spot.
The Browns have the number 1 O-line in the league. Statistically, they have the number 1 rushing offense. They have the number 1 rushing defense. Or the number 5.
They had to have the most carries.
They have the
in
number
league.
5 rushing defense in the entire league.
How many throws did Baker make last week? 21. I don't even think
Baker does not go over 20, like 3 attempts, I think, this year.
Yeah, so I mean,
Besides the first game.
Browns are probably the most. They carry probably the most. They probably have the most carries this year, which is
They have
all right.
most
I mean,
yards too. They have 300.
Yeah, they're tough.
307 last week.
Yeah, they're tough. And now the next game, the Giants and Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Know the Cowboys will finally win a game, and I feel bad for Dak Prescott and that offense because Dak Prescott, you know, he probably would be an MVP candidate if they would have won last week, in my opinion. But he probably still isn't it. But I mean, you can't keep losing games like that. Their defense is awful.
I think Danny Dimes is gonna have
like the Jets,
300 yards.
Jets, Giants, Jacksonville, all those people in the Hot Pocket podcast. They all are just so bad. They are awful. Like it's just so bad.
They're stinkers.
They're very bad. You know, now we're gonna actually have a good game. You know, this game's gonna be underrated. Broncos and Patriots.
I don't know if Cam Newton's playing.
If Cam Newton doesn't play, I'm giving me Denver. But if not, I'm taking New England.
I'm going Patriots no matter what.
You think? You know,
I think the Patriots should.
The New England, and we're back. Technical difficulties.
Abrupt interruption.
Shout out to people who call me for no reason during school. Thank you. As we were saying, the Broncos and Patriots game. Give me the Pats, but if
Patriots,
their backup, their backup quarterback spots. Oh my God.
75-0.
Vikings in Seattle. I mean,
Seattle.
Yeah. I mean, the Vikings aren't terrible
I
now.
think Justin Jefferson from the Vikings.
He's nice.
I have him in my fantasy. He's gonna have 80 points.
Seattle has a horrible defense, though. You know, they thought they were gonna have Jamal Adams, Bobby Wagner, and they thought they were gonna be like, oh, we're so good.
Yeah, Quandre Diggs has not been too bad.
Yeah, besides it, they gave 24 points to the Dolphins. You know, I start them last week in
Russell
fantasy.
Wilson is carrying. I also had their defense.
Yeah.
I had the Seahawks defense.
And it sucked. And it made me mad. Our last game is the Monday night game. You know, the bummy Saints get a primetime game every week when Drew Brees, I don't know who throws the ball farther, Zach Leonard or Drew Brees. God. I do think Zach Leonard probably throws farther than him now because Drew Brees is just awful.
But Alvin Kamara is going to have 200 yards on the Chargers defense.
I'm going the Chargers. The Chargers defense is good.
I'm going Saints.
Are you kidding me? Listen.
I don't know if they're...
They don't even have... Is Derwin James the one... Isn't he hurt?
He's out for the year.
Okay, he's out for the year, and they're still playing really good defense. And Justin Herbert is looking good.
I'm not saying they've been bad defense, but...
Justin Herbert literally looks like Philip Rivers. That's literally what he reminds me of.
He's better than Philip Rivers.
Right now, yeah.
He's looking like Patrick Mahomes.
No.
I picked him up in my fantasy. Aaron Rodgers is out right now. Bye week. Yeah. But I'm still going Saints. I think Alvin Kamara.
So your underrated game this week is that the Bengals game.
Yeah, my hot take. I mean, I'm going to look dumb when they get beat by 40, but I'm saying the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens. I'm hoping as a Browns fan.
I'm taking the Chargers over the Saints. That's my hot take, which is really not a hot take, but at the same time it is because the Chargers are probably underdogs of that game.
I'd say it's about even, honestly.
Yeah, it's very even, but
Bengals are destroying the Ravens this week. Lamar Jackson,
I hope you're right.
Locked down by who? I can't name one person on their defense besides their
Geno Atkins.
D-line.
Yeah, I know. All right. We're nice and calm and outgoing over here compared to the Hot Pocket.
There's been some imposters among us in the Dragon Inn podcast. I'd have to say that if you want quality sportscast and you actually want someone you can relate to, some people who will treat you like family, and you go to the Dylan Bill Sportscast.
You do, honest to God. What has the Hot Pocket podcast done that we haven't? We're 3 steps ahead of them. We're already recording. They're probably too scared to show their faces.
I woke up this morning and I just, for some reason, had the thought of the Hot Pocket podcast, and I threw up for 3 hours straight. From 4 a.m. to 7. And I was almost late to school at 9 because I couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't get back out of
honestly,
bed.
There's COVID going around. You're sitting right next to me and you're throwing up.
I can't. I just can't.
This is terrible. And you know what?
So the Hot Pocket podcast is really...
And I wouldn't show their faces either with that mullet. Honest to God. All jokes aside, though...
no, it's not a joke.
No, the mullet stuff is a joke, all right? We're joking with Zach.
Beep.
We're pushing his buttons, but the podcast... Gotta go. You guys can go interview a senior or something like that.
You guys are run out of time.
Go interview some teachers or whatever. You need to stop doing this because it's bad. It's awful. It makes me want to rip my eyeballs out. Go to college football.
And that'll be the end of the episode.
Go to college football. We're out of here. Peace out. Dylan Bill, episode 4. Deuces.